Manufacturing is a system that requires special buildings or places of work, organisation of people, and organisation of tools and equipment. It allows efficient systems to be created from the layout of materials, equipment, and controls. For example, the work triangle, production lines, and assembly lines. Manufacturing systems need to run systematically and effectively, otherwise time and money will be wasted. For the system to run smoothly and efficiently, it can be divided into 7 easy chunks. A workforce needs to be trained and organised, with workers having a specified role in a particular part of the manufacturing process and being trained in the skills for their specified role. As this process has many parts, the workers also need to be good at communicating with each other. Good communication systems are very important to the smooth running of the whole process. Emails, websites, telephones, and even a fax machine are all good ways to communicate quickly, allowing data and information to be transferred quickly between departments.
So we have the people, now we need specialised buildings or workshops that are suitable for the particular manufacturing process. Areas need to be designated for different uses, for example, storage, finishing, and packing. Within these different areas, there needs to be organisation of the tools, equipment, and materials. The materials need to be ordered at the right time and stored in an organised way. The appropriate tools and equipment need to be used, and they need to be laid out in a way that speeds up manufacture.
The product needs to be designed for mass production. This means that the design needs to be simple and use easily available and inexpensive materials. To make sure that they use the most efficient design and production processes, the manufacturer also needs to consider the best production processes in terms of cost and efficiency. This includes the systems for safely disposing of waste with as little damage to the environment as possible. To help with this, recyclable or biodegradable materials should be used.
The last area to look at is risk assessment and safety procedures. Workers should follow health and safety guidelines and procedures in their everyday routines to minimise the chance of accidents. In turn, the manufacturer should carry out risk assessments to assess hazards and minimise the risk to workers. The layout of the factory and the areas within it is the most important part of the manufacturing system, as this can affect how efficient a system is. The efficient workplace layout speeds up manufacture. Having stages of an assembly line near to each other can prevent the workforce wasting time and energy walking between different areas. For example, the finishing area should be near the packing area, or the raw materials storage area is near the first part of the process. In other words, the areas should logically follow the order of the manufacturing process. Look at the kitchen at home. Kitchens are designed using a work triangle, using a plan of where to put the fridge, cooker, and sink so that people don't have to walk far between them.
As well as saving time, a good layout can also help with the quality of the product. The area where the products are finished need to be away from areas that create dirt or dust, and the distance between areas need to be limited so as to reduce possible damage. The finished product should be placed near the dispatch area so they don't have to travel through the factory and risk getting damaged. Also, through careful planning of storage of materials and products, more can be fitted into the warehouse. The layout of the materials and equipment are important too. Controls for the machinery need to be within easy reach. For example, the emergency and stop buttons need to be reached quickly in an emergency. The controls need to be simple and clearly labelled to save time and confusion. The materials for each process should be organised in a logical way so that workers can easily find the materials they need. This could include barcodes for keeping an eye on stock levels, and materials need to be stored carefully. For example, in the food industry, to avoid contamination, raw meat should not be stored next to cooked meat.